we've had a little bit of viewer feedback from the old man panel, Men versus Wild this morning, Gigi, it was.
Yes, I saw that.
They've come pouring in. Anna Potts says, I definitely prefer my men to be the handyman type of guy, someone who can fix anything or have a darn good go at it. Number 8, fencing wire type of guy, a bit like Al Wallace, I think is what she means.
Sure.
Maybe not. And Cara says, hubby number 1 was a hunter-gatherer type and would start all sorts of DIY, never finished any of it though. Current hubby is more rugged than Metro, and unlike hubby number 1, he knows his own limitations. She's just not so much into pretty boys.
Oh.
Yeah, she likes the men who, you know, can go out there and stick a pig. Wendy Lane says, I think women want someone who is a mixture of both, faced with a man rugged from a few days in the bush, and they would say a city man every time.
Yeah,
perhaps because of the way he
combination. I think a good combination is always a good thing to look for.
But in a time of need, they want the man to be able to save them, so unfortunately we want it all, and that's pretty fair, true. And we want somebody who can cook our dinner, but also save us if we're drowning in the boat.
Coming in and coming to the rescue and being our heroes. We love to look up to our men as all they can be.
Cheryl says, she's laughing, these men are hopeless. I'm thinking that that was when they were gutting the fish, filleting the fish. I think they are the representation of Auckland men. I don't know many men who can't do the things listed, but I guess it's a lifestyle as you grow up. I think the average New Zealand man is very handy and good at outdoor things if he's not grown up in Auckland or as everyone is.
I think the New Zealand man is usually very, very handy.
We're all about the astrology now, Gigi.
Oh, yeah.
And the first thing I need to ask you is about freeing your inner genius.
Yes.
What does it exactly mean?
Well, find your genius is something I'm very excited about and something that is my passion, because that's what I help my clients to do with my workshops and various coaching things. But really, your genius encompasses your talents and abilities and your thoughts and expressions. It's the thing that makes you the unique person that you are. And basically, your, genius, a lot of people refer to that as, oh, well, high intelligence. They think that's only the thing that it really pertains to. But really, the Latin origin of genius is the spirit that you were born with. So really, in understanding our true genius, we're really looking at the thing that makes us unique, the spirit within us, the thing that makes us shine. Not at all. No, it really encompasses a lot of different things. And each person, just like each chart, just like each star, is different. And we all have wonderful gifts and talents and abilities that we need to find and utilize in this lifetime.
Okay, you're going to run through the star signs for us?
Well, yeah, every star sign or every sun sign basically has some unique features that can be perhaps utilized for genius value. For example, Aries. Aries has a wonderful courageous spirit. They're wonderfully pioneering. They're wonderfully good at asserting themselves. So getting involved in something like that is a way to find greater success in your life if you're an Aries. If you're a Taurus, you're very persevering, you're very dependable, you're very grounded and down to earth. So honoring those things would certainly be a wonderful part of finding your genius. If you're a Gemini, that is all about mental communication, adaptability, being versatile. Know that those are some of those strengths that you need to acquire for your genius potential. A Cancer energy is wonderful because they're very protective, very nurturing, very loving, very kind, very caring of those around them. So know that that's a strength that you can honor if you are a Cancer. If you're a Leo, boy, it's all about self-confidence. It's all about shining in the spotlight. And it's really about leadership ability. So again, those are things that you should perhaps address and honor to find your genius if you're a Leo. If you're a Virgo...
Okay, I'm listening.
That's all about organization. Yes. It's all about details. It's all about the perfectionistic kind of tendencies and the ability to notate all of those smaller IQ things that most people wouldn't miss.
So
and also the Libra energy. Libra, if you're a Libra, there's a lot of diplomacy in your life. There's a need for harmony and peace and balance, and that is something perhaps to harness and utilize if you are a Libra. If you're a Scorpio, boy, that's all about passion. That's all about intensity. That's a really fixed and focused and determined type of energy. Cultivate that for your greater success if you want to find your genius. If you are a Sagittarius, that's all about that wonderful, outgoing, enthusiastic, universal kind of energy that you can tap into and again explore for your greater potential. Capricorns are very responsible and they're very punctual and very ambitious and hardworking, and they're wonderful when it comes to perhaps the business and success life. And if you're an Aquarius, Aquarius, that is all about inventive energy. Aquarians have to think outside the box. They're very unique. They're very quirky. They're very unpredictable. Use that uniqueness and that flair to really express yourself. And lastly, if you're a Pisces, to find your genius, you need to honor that inner sensitivity, that feeling, that emotion,
very sensitive little
and also compassion.
Pisces.
You know, we are all one. This is universal love. Let's be at peace. Let's hug a tree. So those are some of the energies that you can perhaps utilize for the zodiac signs if you were trying to find your genius.
Big breath.
Yeah.
Well done, you. Okay,
Thank
cool.
you.
Is it a full moon at the moment?
We're coming up to a full moon tomorrow.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Oh my goodness, intense emotions, intense feelings. We need to be aware of being hypersensitive, hypercritical, perhaps tension, and give yourself a little extra time, a little extra breather these days, especially with Mercury retrograde. There's a tendency for communications to go backwards, things to fall apart, and perhaps some misalignment when
People have trouble sleeping at this time.
Very much. The full moon always makes people like very crazy about lack of sleep and you know, emotional issues. But it's a wonderful time nonetheless. So embrace the Pisces energy right now and really, you know, embark on new creative inventions and
What are you?
ventures.
What star sign are you?
I never tell.
Oh, you don't?
No, that's
really?
the one question, and nobody can guess. So go ahead, have a guess.
Hang on a minute.
She'll check my notes.
Aquarius.
Sure. We all
wouldn't have mattered what I said.
We actually all encompass all the signs within our chart, so it's not just our sun sign. It is all the charts, or all the signs within our charts and all the planets. So we're a wonderful combination of everything.
It's my mission now.
Yeah.
To find out what you are.
You do that.
Google.
Okay.
Thank you, Gigi. You can find Gigi's fact sheet on our website. Coming up, we'll catch up with boy band sensation Geordie Webber, who's vying for the coveted Bachelor of the Year crown.